welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new, if this is your first time here. I just want to say hello and welcome. My name is Kelly. I am a mom of 3, and today I'm going to be sharing with you some pantry meals that you can throw together. Everybody right now is in a pinch, and if you have any ideas, please leave them in the comments below, and so that we can all share our ideas right now. There are some people that are worrying over how they're going to feed their families and just making what they have stretch and last. So that's the purpose of today's video, is to show you some options that you can do with what you already have in your pantry. And keep in mind that you can substitute anything that I use in these recipes. You can substitute for what you actually have on hand, or you can leave something out if you don't have it. Also, all 3 of these meals that I'm going to share with you today do not have to have meat. They can be done without meat. As a matter of fact, the very last one that I'm going to share does not have meat at all, but all the meals are optional when it comes to meat. You can leave it out or you can throw it in. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so for this first meal, I'm going to make a chicken noodle soup. And I've made this recipe lots of times on my channel. Pretty much you just need some chicken broth, some cream of celery. Also, you would need a can of cream of chicken, but I do not have any, so I'm just gonna use the cream of celery. I have some egg noodles there that I'm gonna use. I have some carrots that are already chopped. They've been in the freezer that I can use. And also a rotisserie chicken that we had stuck in the freezer. I just thawed it out and I'm gonna debone it and use that. But if you don't have chicken for this, you totally can do this without meat. It can just be vegetables and noodles. You could throw in some peas, and I think that it would still be really good. So I'm just gonna put everything in the pot and get it on to simmering. We don't need a whole lot of soup for our family. It's just gonna be me and my mom and the kids, and they may or may not eat this. They may actually end up eating the peanut butter and jelly. That's just how they are sometimes. But I still don't think this is gonna be enough broth, so I'm gonna add in 1 more can of chicken broth. So actually I'm gonna add in 2. I think that will be enough. If you don't have this, you can make your own with some chicken base or chicken bouillon, whatever you have on hand. And also, if you're boiling your own chicken, you can use the broth from that too. You don't have to just use canned or chicken base or chicken bouillon. You can make your own chicken broth just by boiling some chicken and using that for your soup instead. I just had this rotisserie chicken already on hand, so that's what I'm using. So I think what I'm gonna do is, because the egg noodles that I have cook really fast, I'm gonna let this simmer on low for a little while, or maybe medium low. I'm gonna bring it up to a boil first, and then let it simmer on low for a little while and just let all of this come together. And then I will throw in the egg noodles probably at the last 20 minutes or so. I also want to add that if you don't have any kind of pasta, rice will be good in this too. And that would be really good too. It would just be chicken and rice instead of chicken and noodles. Alright, now I'm going to make just a 3-ingredient spaghetti. You're just going to need 1 pound of ground beef, 1 jar of spaghetti sauce, and some spaghetti pasta. And this is optional, but while I was browning my ground beef, I'm throwing in a teaspoon of minced garlic, but that's just for added flavor. You don't have to do that. Also, I wanted to add that if you are cooking with ground beef, you can split this meat in half. You could do like half a pound instead of a whole pound and make your meat go a little bit further. Or like I said in the beginning, these meals are meat optional. You don't have to add meat to this at all. I think it would be really good just with some pasta sauce and some noodles. Alright, so now I'm just going to take my jar of spaghetti sauce and pour that in, and then I'm going to take and fill it up with water just to remove all of the excess sauce. We want to get every little bit that we can, give it a shake and pour that in, and then I'm just going to take my pasta, put that in, and I probably should have broke it before I put it in the pot, but I didn't, so I'm just taking my spoon and breaking it up that way. There's little cane man, he is constantly climbing on that counter. And then on the side we made some homemade garlic toast. I found this bread at a local grocery store. It's just a barbecue bread, and I just took some butter and put that on top with some garlic powder, and I cooked it in the air fryer. You could do it in the oven if you don't have an air fryer. And that's what we had, and that's how it came out. And I really like this basic spaghetti recipe because it does have minimal ingredients. Now would be the best time to serve some salad or any kind of fresh green vegetable that you have sitting in your fridge. You could go ahead and use it up with this meal. I think that fresh green veggies go really good with spaghetti. Alright, so for this next meal, I'm going to make a vegetable soup, and I just pulled out the vegetables that we have. You can use whatever you have on hand. So we have some onions in the freezer that are already chopped. I'm going to throw in. Then I'm also going to throw in some of these carrots. We have these in the freezer already chopped as well. I found a can of green beans I'm going to throw in. I'm going to throw in a can of tomatoes with green chilies. I would prefer to use regular tomatoes, but this is what we have, so I'm going to make do. And because I'm not going to be using meat in this recipe, I feel like I need to throw a potato in. You can also serve this over rice. I just feel like because I'm not using meat, I need something in there that's actually going to make us feel full, if you get my drift. And potatoes always serve that really well. So I'm going to throw in a potato. I'm going to throw in some water and a tablespoon of this. If you don't have this, you can very easily just pull out a can of chicken broth. I'm just going to throw this together in the crock pot. Soup is always a good go-to when you have a bunch of random things that you don't really know what to do with. You can throw them all together and make a quick soup. So I'm going to do it in the crock pot today. Just because I don't have time to stand here at the stove. I need to film some other videos. So I'm going to go ahead and get this in, and I will show you guys what it looks like at the end. And you see me setting my crock pot to high for 3 hours, but I actually ended up having to cook it an additional hour and a half on high, so 4.5 hours total is what this took. Alright, so here is our vegetable soup. So at this point, you could also throw in like a half a cup of rice, or maybe even a third of a cup of rice. I would use minute rice. I would just go ahead and throw that in and let it go for about 20 more minutes, and then it's done. I think what we're gonna do is just eat it as is. But like I said, you can totally add rice, or you can make some rice on the side and serve it over like that. All right guys, that is gonna be it for this video. I really wish that I could have shared more than just 3 recipes, but I kind of had to throw this together last minute and get it up as fast as I could. If you're new here, I would love it if you stuck around and you hit that subscribe button. I do post a lot of food related content over here for moms who are busy, or you just don't like to cook, or you don't know how to cook. A lot of the meals that I share you can do very easily. A lot of them are crock pot recipes too, so make sure that you stick around and hit that subscribe button. I hope you all have a great day and stay safe, and I will see you in my next video.